Hello, welcome back to another video, Two Spanners. Got the Mini in the garage again, and we're going to have a crack at doing this DIRENZA gearbox mount. I've actually already unboxed it. If you follow us on Insta and that, you might have seen a picture of it when I bought it, because I actually bought it a little while ago. But yeah, it looks like a lovely bit of kit. Obviously you get this nice big chunky bushing, you get the new mount, and new nut and bolt. So I have actually already sort of started stripping it down, mostly because I haven't done this before. I just wanted to see how much it was going to entail. So just to get access to it, I've popped the ECU sort of holder bracket out and disconnected the fuse box so that it's just, I can move it around and get it out of the way. Here's the loom just tucked out of the way for now for the ECU. Yeah, and we're going to see if we can wiggle it out of there without taking too much else off. So again, I've not actually done this particular job on this vehicle before, so yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of playing around on that. So I'll stick you on time lapse and get cracking. Right, just to make life easier, lining everything up and whatnot afterwards, because obviously things will flex a bit if you undo this side gearbox mount and don't support it. Just got a jack under there. Sorry, I still got my tripod on it. There's a jack under there just to support the gearbox a bit, so we don't have any issues. Hopefully trying to get the thing to all line back up when we're done. So you have to bolt the base of the mount to the bush. Main bush is in here, and then it doesn't say anything about Loctite, but being as you have to bolt this in from the underside, so the only way to get back to these bolts is to pull the whole thing back out again. I've put the tiniest little dab of Loctite on them, absolutely minuscule, so I don't want these bad boys to back out. So we're just going to get them in. I've done a majority of it off camera because I'll be honest, I can't get a very good angle where I'm working at the minute. I'm in a little bit of a rush, so I'm going to get it cracking, get it in there, and then you can watch me throw it back together. Nice one. Big bolt through the back now becomes the lock stud, comes through the top. back that in there. Let the camera focus, please. Come on, this camera costs more than this fucking engine mount. Like so. We will give that a bit more of a nip with the old ratchet. Cool. And then obviously this goes in place of the old mount. Like this. And then once the second part of the mount that mounts it to the body's on, you've got a nice new flange nut with a lock-in ring on the bottom of it if it wants to focus, to keep it all together. Cool. Back on. Yep. Oh shit, I forgot a bolt. No,
mate, I'd walk out, mate.
I'll be like, right, we'll come back later, Chris. I'll see you in a bit.
Well, I'll see you tonight, mate. Fuck it.
Right, sorry about that, guys. Camera battery died. Didn't actually realise because I'm too busy working away, so apologies about that. But just to sort of show you what's going on in here, we've now got the DIRENZA mount in there. You can't barely see the mount, but you can see the aftermarket sort of stud coming through there. That's now black. There's the top part of the brace, and then yeah, you can't really get a good view of that, but it's in there. It wasn't too bad. Had to disconnect the fuse box just to give myself a little bit of movement to flap it around. The ECU hole has come out, and other than that, yeah, just unclipping a few wires and stuff, so it weren't too bad, but it was tight, and it was nice to have a second pair of hands to help hold things out of the way when we're putting the brackets back in. So just bear that in mind if you're going to do this yourself. I'm just going to put these last few bits together, and fuse box back in and the ECU back in, and yeah, we'll get it on the floor and start it up. So probably ain't going to bother filming that, but I'll come back to you when it's all on the floor, and yeah, I'll hopefully give you some sort of update in the future as to how it's performed, how long it's lasted, whether or not it was making any horrible noises or not. But yeah, appreciate you watching again. This was a first for me, this one, so doing this particular conversion. I've changed that mount before, but you know, and on other cars as well, but each car's layout slightly different, so it depends on what you have to get out of the way to get to it. But not too bad, but it is tight. Just bear that in mind. Appreciate the support. Any likes and subs? Right, cool. So she's all back together. ECU's in, fuse box is back together. Everything's all back to, yeah, I'm going to have to take it for a test drive as well, and obviously make sure nothing's sort of knocking or plunking about and that, but it all seems to be all together and tight and everything. And, you know, the gearbox has now been sort of lowered off the jack and that, and it all seems to settle nicely and tighten up nicely. So I'll take it for a quick spin, and then if I need to, I'll get some spanners on it and just re-nip everything up if necessary, but I'll just be able to see it down there. No, probably not. Need some more light, but yeah, cool. So we are getting there.